or their face, a couple of them. But anyways, they were saying that after they started seeing they were into rock music and the Beatles and the Morrison and another Janis Joplin and Hendrix, and when these people started dying of drug overdoses,
in half a mile, keep left at the fork to continue on I-24 East. Follow signs for I-24 East, I-40 East.
You can ask, it's crazy, but I believe it's factual. Like, you know how you say, how can God use terrible situations for the benefit of, how can he bring beauty
Keep left at the fork to continue on I-24 East.
Like the ashes of Morrison and these other rock stars, it led a generation.
Continue on I-24 East for 3 miles.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's my GPS. I'm, mobbing. But it led those, when they saw their people were dying of drug overdoses, it made them turn to something else. And they said that there was a church called Calvary Church in California, and by word of mouth, that all those hippies, and that's what they call themselves, that all those hippies decided to go to this church called Calvary in California. By word of mouth, they heard that somebody, some church pastor was welcoming people into their church, young people, all these young people who were, addicted to drugs or just despondent, depressed, and they could wear jeans, they could wear whatever they wanted, they had the beards, they didn't look like
in 2 miles, use the right lane to take exit 50B for I-24 East, I-40 West toward I-40 East, Knoxville.
And they showed some imagery, and it was just flocks and flocks of people, and they were into rock music, indie folky type stuff too, and they got saved because this church was welcoming somebody who didn't look like them. Anyways, you get it, I get it. But I appreciated that. And then so they got saved, like all these flocks of people, and it was like a mass exodus. They just, it's so simple, but God see how he used one person to open up their churches, to not be judgmental and to not be acting like God or judging, just letting folks go in there, giving them the true gospel. And all these hippies were saved, and then rockers were saved, and they turned, and their music turned into, and because all the church music back then, before that was the beginning. Okay, it's so many thoughts, I'm trying to get it out right, but before that time, the gospel music was just hymns, and it was slow, which is awesome stuff, but for another generation. But after that, after these people flocked to this church,
in half a mile, use the right lane to take exit 50B for I-24 East, I-40 West toward I-40 East, Knoxville.
All their music pretty much, so it still had that beat they liked, the rhythm they liked. They just changed the music because Jesus started changing them, because they were saved. And that is the birthplace of
use the right lane to take exit 50B, music. Then use the right lane to merge onto I-40 West.
Wow. I was just whoa. I was happy to know that. And I just want to throw in there Toby Mac. Also, he's leading the way for our generation now, just Amy Grant. I looked up so many.
Use the right lane to merge onto I-40 West, then use the right lane to take exit 210C.
I heard so many new artists that I need to go and look up, this I guess he's the father of Christian rock and roll.
Use the right lane to take exit 210C, then use the middle lane to turn right onto 2nd Avenue South.
That's a lot of research to do, but it was just inspiring.
Use the middle lane to turn right onto 2nd Avenue South.
And you gotta excuse me if you guys can hear that GPS thing. I just wanted to you know, do a little something. I'm nearing the end of my night. But,
in 1,000 feet, turn left onto Elm Street.
It's a documentary more than a movie, and it was amazing. It was good, like, and it was inspiring. Yep, if you like music, it was inspiring. Now, y'all, if y'all seen any good documentaries,
turn left onto Elm Street.
Doesn't even have to be, you know, related to Jesus. If it, I mean, I watched a documentary the other day, or like 4 weeks ago, about cats. I'm not even a huge cat.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Lee Avenue.
Let me know. Documentary, hit me up.
Take the next left onto Lee Avenue.